Hello, my name is Maria Palicano and I'm a vocal coach. Over the past 20 years, I've been helping singers, actors, leaders, presenters, trainers, coaches, preachers, auctioneers, and anybody essentially in the business of influencing and impacting other people to take action. Now, whether that's on a stage or on a webinar, or perhaps on a podcast or a radio or TV, there's three things that I want to share with you today that I've noticed over time repeatedly in male voices. And when I'm working with male voices, there are these three things that generally keep coming up. Number one is the male voice tends to be deeper. So if you speak deep all the time and you get stuck in that tonality, that means your presentation and your speech is going to be stuck, and your audience will disengage with you because you're speaking at one level all the time. You see, people remember the feeling of what you say way more than the actual words themselves. So what you want to be doing is creating great emotion around what it is that you say by using different tonalities of your voice. Now, there's a way of being able to access higher frequencies without straining. And when I've noticed people wanting to do that, they tend to lift their chin and they tend to squeeze, and that then makes you husky. So I find male voices are moving from sounding muffled and being muffled and restricted to a sound of strain, and this conveys a message of I'm struggling. So what we want to be doing is creating a free sound, so then our message is free and our message doesn't feel stuck to people. Number two is that I notice that male voices tend to be tight and blocked. And what I mean by that is jaws and tongues tend to be blocked, and everything is quite stern and restrictive. So one of the things you want to do is make sure that your jaw is loose. And how you can do that is by simply putting two knuckles here, right in your jaw, and just dropping your jaw. You can try that right now, and as you do that and speak, you'll find your jaw will drop. And notice if your tongue is pulled to the back of your throat like this, like Kermit the Frog. See, you don't want to do that, and that's what I notice a lot, really tight tongues. So what you can do is drop your jaw and keep your tongue forward. For a little while, it's going to feel very strange, but practice speaking like that, and eventually you don't have to do that all the time. Of course, you will learn about what that muscle and what that feeling feels like for you, and it will open up your sound. And what I mean by that is that when you are speaking and presenting, you will have more voice, you will have more projection, and your voice will be richer tone because it's freer as opposed to squeeze through tight spaces. Okay, and number three is that men tend to shout and use their authority very punchy and very firm. And this to me can sound very robotic. And when you do this, people feel very constricted and as if they've got to tick all the boxes. So what we want to be doing is speaking with a little bit more melody in our voice, just more flow and more pace in a way that it's flowing. Now, at times we need to be, stepping things out and speaking one point at a time. I get that, but not all the time. So just have a listen back to your own voice, record your voice and listen if you are making strong points like this and constantly shouting and projecting very much in people's faces. See, there are moments that we need to do that, but there are moments that we need to speak a little bit more open, a little bit more melodic, and a little bit more breathy, for men particularly, because the tendency is to speak harsh and deep. Now, you can immediately put this into practice and it will change the way people engage with you and the way you get the results you do, okay? You're going to get different results. You're going to feel that people will say, that was really great. I loved it. And when they say that, it's not just because of the words, it's because they felt your personality come out in a way that they could relate to it. Now, if you want to know more about your specific vocal need, why don't you organize a vocal strategy session with me by clicking on the Book Me sign at the bottom of this webinar. And what I would like you to do is just book in and we will work together on your specific need. Okay, so in the meantime, implement these 3 steps and have fun and enjoy the results. Thank you.